This is ANN News Brief.
France has offered to host a conference with Sudan's international creditors as soon as the United States removes the country from its list of state sponsors of terrorism. President Emmanuel Macron says this would help Sudan address its debt issues and help in its efforts to stabilize the country. Macron says this would also help the Sudan repair its battered economy after years of U.S. sanctions and government mismanagement during the 30-year rule of former iron-fist ruler Omar al-Bashir. Talks are ongoing between the new Sudanese transitional government led by Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok and the United States to see the country withdrawn from the list. Sudan has been unable to tap the International Monetary Fund and World Bank for support because the United States still lists the country as a state sponsor of terrorism. A senior U.S. official said in August that Washington will test the commitment of Sudan's new transitional government to human rights, freedom of speech, and humanitarian access before it agrees to remove the country from a list of state sponsors of terrorism. An alleged Jihadi leader from Mali has been ordered by the International Criminal Court judges on Monday to stand trial on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Charges including torture, rape, sexual slavery, and deliberate attack in religious buildings and historic monuments have been confirmed against Al-Hassan Abdulaziz and Mohamed Mahmoud by an ICC pre-trial chamber. Al-Hassan was said to have allegedly committed the crimes in Timbuktu during a brutal occupation of the historic desert city by Islamist extremists for 9 months in April 2012. The ICC issued a statement that after studying the evidence presented by prosecutors, the judges had concluded that there are substantial grounds to believe that Al-Hassan is responsible for the crimes. Prosecutors allege he was a key member of Ansar-Din, an Al-Qaeda-linked Islamist extremist group. The case against Al-Hassan is the second at the global court to focus on crimes committed during the occupation of Timbuktu. We'll return after this break.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Kenyan police says it is on high alert in Mombasa because of possible terror attacks by Al-Shabaab a few weeks after a most wanted terrorist was killed and another suspected member was injured in raids in Kwale and Mombasa counties. The police believe some of the targets are Kenya Port Authority, Moi International Airport, and the Standard Gauge Railway Mombasa terminals. Police said earlier this week the terrorist group may have sent 7 operatives to Kwale and Kilifi counties to attack key installations. The 7 suspected terrorists are said to have been trained in Somalia. That is the ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adim.